Appearing in the UK as part of her international book tour, Mrs. Clinton believes Britain deciding to leave the European Union without a deal would put pressure on businesses to look for an alternative home away from the UK. Speaking on the BBC's Andrew Marr show, Mrs. Clinton claimed the scenario would be quite serious for Britain, causing huge disruption across the entire country. The losing presidential candidate also blamed the Leave campaign for creating a platform for Donald Trump to pip her to the White House during the wide-ranging interview, which will air at 9 a.m. on Sunday. Mrs. Clinton said, "I think it would be a very big disadvantage to Britain." BBC Getty Brexit News. Hillary Clinton suggests Donald Trump will not strike UK trade deal. There would be more pressure on businesses in Britain, if not to leave completely. Hillary Clinton: I mean, in no deal meaning no preferential trade deals, which means products in Britain would not have the kind of easy access to the European market that you've had under EU membership. It could very well mean that there would be more pressure on businesses in Britain, if not to leave completely, at least also have sites and employment elsewhere in Europe. I think that the disruption for Britain could be, quite serious. Mrs. Clinton also hinted Mr. Trump will reject signing a post-Brexit agreement with the UK, because the US president does not believe in trade. She hinted at the USA's possible pullout of the North American Free Trade Agreement as a sign that Britain will struggle to negotiate a deal. Asked about the UK's future relationship with the US, Mrs. Clinton said, "Well, yes, but you're making a trade deal with someone who says he doesn't believe in trade, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out over the next few years. He looks like he's on the verge of taking us out of NAFTA rather than reworking NAFTA. Our biggest trading partners in the world are Canada and Mexico, so these will have real economic consequences." She accused Leave campaigners of using fabricated information to tempt voters into backing Brexit. Monday, April 3, 2017. Mrs. Clinton added, "You had, Nigel Farage campaigning for Trump and the like. The big lie is a very potent tool, and we've somewhat kept it at bay in Western democracies, partly because of the freedom of the press, but we've now developed advocacy press. Obviously, there have always been newspapers who leaned right or leaned left and they kind of counterbalanced each other, but given the absolutely explosive spread of online news and sites that have sprung up that are very effective at propagating false stories, we've got some thinking to do, but there has to be some basic level of fact and evidence in our politics. Well, frankly, in all parts of our society.